Mine too.
Oh my gosh, Molly, I love you so much.
Aw.
You're so fun. Okay. All right, you guys, we are straight up 11 o'clock Central. My name is Starla Scribner. I'm a 200K out of Granbury, Texas, and we do this Zoom every single Monday. It's titled Roadmap to 200K for a reason, because we cover just leadership topics and tips. We have top leaders in Lavelle. In my opinion, rank doesn't always matter around here. So sometimes we'll have 12K speakers. Sometimes, it's just people with a lot of momentum, with a lot of value and information to share, people who have momentum in their business and who are either already at the rank of 200K or on their way to the rank of 200K. Today is extra special because I have my good friend Molly Haskins on to share with you guys today. And we are covering the new team playbooks that you may or may not have seen circulating around, or information of that coming circulating around from your upline leaders. We have powwowed with an incredible group of top leaders in Lavelle and taken information from others even outside of that group and put together this incredible playbook that we can use as a tool in our business to move forward, not only in work in our own business, but in communicating all the details and all the information to the newest promoters that join your team. So Molly has been gracious enough, and she is so creative. So she was the one that we accepted graciously when she volunteered to put this together in actual book form. So she's going to come on today, explain to you guys all the ways you can use this book, show it to you. Hopefully we'll get screen share to work, and she'll explain how you can utilize this to grow your business moving forward. So Molly, without taking much more of your time, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you and let you share all the amazingness of this playbook.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Starla. You look beautiful as always. And thank you so much for doing these. And thank you to everyone who's joining, because it's just such a big deal to get on these trainings. It just really shows that you're connected to your business and that you are, dedicated to making and growing your business. So I'm so proud of each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to get on today, or for those of you who are going to catch the recording later. Like Starla said, we got together with this group of women that I can't even tell you how amazing these women are. And I get into this chat group with them and I'm in awe. It's kind of like I'm starstruck by being just even surrounded by these people. These women, this group happens to be women, are so motivating, and being able to put all of our ideas and thoughts and things that we've learned over our collective time periods in this company, we have put together this handbook, playbook, whatever you want to call it. Sheila shared it on her You Can Thrive team page. If you are not under that umbrella, you probably are on this because you have a leader who is also sharing this with you. I printed it out. I happen to think it's the most exciting thing I've had my hands on in a long time. I actually want to laminate it and get a really pretty cover, and I'm in love with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about it a little bit. There's a few things I wanted to say first before we get into this. This is information that I am so excited to say has not changed since I started building this business almost 9 years ago. It's so important to note that what we are doing now is what we have always been doing. GPOT, sharing our experiences, getting people on Thrive, connecting people with an experience that they can relate to, that they can get excited about, and they can be passionate about sharing and changing other people's lives. But what's unique is that we've gotten smarter, right? And we've got technology, and we've had so many people come in and join us that have just had these amazing other ways of presenting the information that we've been able to put together a book like this. There are amazing resources in your cloud office and on all of your team pages that are always there for you. But I think that can be a little overwhelming sometimes for the newest promoter, and maybe even not a new promoter, but someone who's just maybe a little stuck in what they should be doing every day. Maybe you know what you should be doing every day, but you need to see it. You need a reminder. No matter what it is, having it in something, in a book form like this is really beneficial. So I'm going to see it here if I can share my screen. I just want to go through a few of the pages. I want to talk about why they're there, so that when you are sharing this this handbook, playbook, with your newest promoters, that you can have an understanding as to why these are there. And if you aren't new and you're looking at this playbook, maybe you need to take some time and reevaluate some of these things yourself. I am fairly new to the practice of some of these elements in this playbook myself, and they've been game changing. So to show you what I mean, I am going to see here if I can share my screen. Now, can someone, Addie, can you see the playbook?
Yes, ma'am. I can see you.
Okay. Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys. Everybody has a little bit different. Maybe your cover says playbook, maybe your cover says handbook. It's funny. I forgot this one hadn't changed yet. But we are going to start and talk about page 1 here. These first 2 pages of this book are my favorite. And I will tell you why, because these first 2 pages are really a time for you to sit down and put some thought into why you're doing this business. I think you've heard people talk about their why before when you've heard people share about Lavelle. But have you actually taken the time to put yours down on paper? So the why you are, your why is why you are doing this. What are your dreams? What are your goals? Who is this for? What is at the top of that mountain? What is that goal, that reward? And what do you have inside of you that is driving you to get there? Think about why you said yes and what drives you to do this. Customer struggles and promoter struggles are kind of a new piece that I personally have added into my sharing. And those are going to be reflected a lot throughout this handbook. And I think maybe some of you aren't familiar with all of that yet. So when you are looking at those three points, and after you've written down your why, you're going to come to customer struggles. For me, I think about what are my customers? What are my potential soon-to-be thrivers dealing with? What are their struggles? What were my struggles that have now been alleviated because of the Thrive experience? So, think about your tired mamas. Think about your friends who want to, maybe experience some weight management, some weight loss. Think about your friends. I had nurses working night shifts that I knew I could be a game changer for. Think about why you use the products and how they're going to benefit people. Write down those main struggle points for you. Headaches. No headaches is a huge one for me. The fact that I was running on coffee was and just having those awful crashes and headaches because of that. What are some of those customer struggles that you can go back and share on your page coming up later when you're making your posts that are going to create an emotional reaction, that you're going to have something that will resonate with somebody that potentially will want to become one of your thriving customers. The next one is also similar to that, except it's in terms of promoting the Thrive experience. And some people are not comfortable really with sharing the promoting side. Some people really want to stay more focused on the, the struggle, the customer struggles, the benefits of the product. But understanding the benefits of sharing the Thrive experience and how game changing it can be has become a huge passion of mine. Coming into this as a nurse, working 12-hour shifts at the hospital, having no intention of sharing or selling anything because I would be awful at that. And that wouldn't be fun. To someone who has made it my passion to get out and, my goal is world Thrive domination. That's what I tell people. But I have also seen success that I never knew was possible in an industry like this. So much so that I was able to leave my nursing career, retire me and my husband. And, we're now living in our home on a lake in northern Minnesota. So the promoter side is important. It is important for people to see. And if you paint the picture properly, you are going to come across as genuine and authentic. So think about, how has this business helped you? How will it help you? Well, for me, it started honestly just being able to earn my product for free. Free product is a big deal. And we often forget how important it is for someone coming into this just to be able to potentially even afford the product. I mean, gosh, I had to explain after the fact to my husband why I had spent all, what's this? What are you doing now? So being able to earn it for free was a really, really big deal for me. Then the fact that we have these bonuses, you guys, that they're in the first few weeks. Do you promote enough of the fact that this bonus that you can potentially share with a new thriver within the first 14 days? I mean, that's instant gratification. That's a really big deal. Not to mention the auto bonus. Think about, I have not been paid my auto bonus now for 9 years, or paid my car payment for 9 years. That's a really, really significant and big thing. So if those are things you are still waiting to achieve, you can still post about how you will be posting about how you will have your auto bonus paid for. Those are things, these are points. This page, I feel, really drives the emotion behind your business. And if you have done this before, maybe it's time to reevaluate, rewrite it down, and kind of go from there. Because once we move on to the next page, we have a 5s list. Now, if you guys are familiar, you've probably done some training with Lindsay Coggins on this. These 5s lists that she does are amazing and brilliant. But if you're not familiar, this list, I've always been huge on branding. I've always wanted my team and people to know, if you go back and look at my Facebook page, that I'm a thriver, right? I'm branding myself as living the Thrive life. That is really important to me. But these 5s lists are going to help you break that down. My life isn't just selling the Thrive experience. I want people to be drawn. I want people to know that I'm thriving out loud and I'm excited about it. But I want people to recognize that the Thrive experience is evident in all areas of my life. For example, I love my Peloton. I love my wine. I love my dogs. There are things that I post about frequently that people know me for. I love Christmas. You guys will not believe how many posts I get tagged in about Buddy the Elf, who is, coolest person in the whole entire world, or Christmas. I branded myself in such a way that people know, hey, she's thriving. Hey, she loves Christmas. Hey, she loves wine. Hey, she loves her dogs. Hey, she rides her Peloton a lot. These are things that I have added to my 5s list that that make up me. What makes you, you? And these are the things that should make up most of what you post about. And that is basically my 5s list there in a nutshell. It's also a really important thing for you to consider, because it's going to help you when you try to grow your network. So many people get stuck on how to grow their network, you guys, so many people. And once you have these 5s, you have the ability to get into these other Facebook groups. And believe me, there are Facebook groups for each and every single thing you can think of on Facebook. But getting into these groups allows you to start interacting, commenting, making new friends, and that is how you grow your network. So that's why these 5s lists are so important. And that is also going to come into play later on as we get down through the handbook. This was all created kind of potentially in this order to kind of give you that basis of how you should be getting started, and then going forward with how you're going to start grooming your posting and your follow-ups and your reach outs. The second list of 5s you'll see on this page are the products and the comp plan. For me, those kind of change. I guess I can change. The basics are always the same. Why do you take the products every day? Because I'm in a great mood, 20 minutes after I take my capsules, because I don't have headaches, because I don't get exhausted, because I don't have the coffee crash, because I sleep so well at night, because it's changed my entire life. These things to write down, there's probably going to be way more than 5. But, write down some ones that you think will resonate in the eyes of other people that you will be sharing with. The comp plan, again, is a little bit like we talked about in the last under promoter struggles. How are these rewards different and amazing? Bonuses. Now we've got the VIP 400, which, wow, that's so incredibly amazing. We've got auto bonus. We've got the trips, the lifestyle getaway. Who's going to the Cancun, the Hard Rock Cancun, or Riviera Maya, I guess it is. We've got VIP, auto elite. We've got, ranks, all of these amazing ranks. We've got an amazing comp plan. We've got the no auto ship, no fee, monthly fees. There are so many amazing things that make our comp plan different and exciting. And when it comes time for you to sprinkle that portion of what your business into your posting, it's going to be better to be able to come back to what these points are that you want to always remember and want to be sure that you're sharing about. The next few pages of the handbook are honestly just a glimpse of for somebody who's coming into this in their very first 14 days. Obviously, we've got those brand new bonuses that we have the ability to earn in our first 14 days. We've got the VIP 400, which is the new one, the 800 and the 1600. So we don't really need to talk much about these, except I recommend, even if you aren't in your first 14 days, read them. Are you doing these things? These are great things to remind yourself of that you should be doing on a daily basis. And, don't forget also that we have all of the amazing trackers now. I'm not sure who created this tracker. Somebody in our mastermind, amazing. It's an amazing graphic and it has all of the new information on it. So this is something that you can refer to your newest promoters to. And now we are going to get down into the bread and butter of this playbook, and that is the daily activities, right? Your daily activities, your IPAs, your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, your 3, 2, 1s, whatever you call them. This is where this handbook, I think, is fabulous. There are so many trains of thought with what to do daily when sharing the Thrive experience. And I think having a book like this, having them all kind of thrown together here is going to be super helpful. You are going to have the ability to show people what the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s are. If you don't know, make sure you familiarize yourself. Guys, I stole this right out of our cloud office. This is right direct from our resources. And this is something that we should be doing every day. And then on top of working with your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, we've got some really important daily activities. Now, these aren't intended to overwhelm, but guys, once you get into the habit of doing this, that's when all of the magic starts happening. So truly hold yourself accountable. Get yourself a calendar and get yourself a gold star on for each day of the month that you can complete all of these activities. I guarantee you, when you get to the end of that month with all those pretty gold stars, you will have seen changes in your business. It's not even a question. You will have absolutely seen your network grow. You will have seen potentially growth within yourself. And hopefully your confidence is going to have grown as well, because that is one thing. The more engaged you are, the more confidence you have in sharing in this, and the more confidence you have in this company. Self-development is so important, guys. It's fabulous. When I first started, and before we were even really talking about self-development, back 9 years ago, I was going to bed every night reading quotes on Pinterest. I would type in success quotes or motivation quotes, and I would literally just read quote after quote after quote. And it felt so good. And pretty soon I was talking. Those quotes were my inner dialogue. You can't have a $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. No matter what the quote was, it was in my head. And that was how I began my journey into self-development. It has grown now where I have a full bookcase behind me. I love self-development, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Go to YouTube, type in inspirational video, hit one, and just soak in some of that personal development. Products in your stories is another thing that's very important. A lot of people are looking through just stories. A lot of people are scrolling through your stories. So stories are so important, and get those products in there. If you're looking for cool graphics, you guys, go to your Thrive Connect app. Go back to the cloud office. There are lots of graphics that you can use that they've shared. Also go to the Lavelle fan page. They have amazing graphics on there often that you can use if you're stuck. But I like authenticity also. Get yourself a picture of yourself holding your capsules in the morning and get those posted. You don't complicate it, just do it. Interactions on stories 3, 2, 1s is something that I actually need to be better at. I'm calling myself out right here. I've worked mostly on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, and I need to be better at this. I could do both of these things. So this is also an important part that I'm happy to have in this book. Birthday messages, that's just a non-negotiable, something you need to be doing every day. Even if you are just opening up a conversation by saying happy birthday, you need to be getting into those inboxes. You just never know. I most recently snuck into someone's inbox to tell them a happy birthday. Ended up they had a race coming up and wanted to talk to me about some of my products, and it just because I started the conversation. This is probably someone that I never would have really spoken to otherwise, but happened to have this race coming up, happened to open up a conversation, and happened to get a new customer. So, birthday messages do work. I am statements. I find I do a lot of the same daily, but I still feel like it's very important to do these last two steps. Things you are grateful for. today. I am grateful that you guys are on this meeting with me. I am grateful that we are going to have so much growth coming up. I am grateful that we have a tool that hopefully is going to get people excited and give people a purpose and a way to get back into that. I can't talk, get people into making this a habit, doing these daily do's as a habit. So don't skip gratitude steps. Gratitude breeds so many positive things in your life. And I think gratitude is something that no matter who you are, you should be doing daily. I feel like I don't want to talk too long. I don't want to go through every single little page, but there's a couple more things I wanted to point out about this before we go. I love the ideas that they give in here for things that you should be making sure you are doing as a promoter and as a leader. Remember, you are a team leader. So you have activities, there are things you can be doing. And I tell you what, don't wait till a certain rank until you think you're a leader. You are a leader and just start building your own business. Get in there. People hate the quote, fake it till you make it. People don't like that, but you know what? I actually do. I love the idea that, if you don't believe you're a leader, get on there and start posting some things, go get to your Facebook page today and say something positive. Like, just got off a Zoom with my team. And I am so grateful for these people trusting me with the, Thrive experience. You will feel so good about it. And it's, fake it till you make it. Get out there, be the leader that you know you can be, and grow into that role. The last two things that I love about this book are these last 2 pages here, the follow-up for new thrivers and the promoter worksheet. If you are, sitting here as a promoter, middle of the month now, here we are, what can you be doing for your team? What can you be doing for your customers to make next month even better? These are some fun ideas that I just kind of threw together from Missy Kremp, I believe, is who shared this. And we added in some things that other people had shared as well, and kind of made these 2 lists as a combination effort. And now we also have a way for you to follow up with new thrivers. The fortune is in the follow-up in this business, guys. So this is these are no excuses now. You've got ways that you can be following up with people. You've got to have the courage to get in there. You've got to be following up and asking those questions. So, using these things, ideas for you to be doing and ways for you to follow up is so golden to have. And then we're going to get into these lists, which are so important. You guys should be writing on these lists every day. I printed out just a 6 of these. You can print out just by page. And there are a couple pages in this book that I knew I was going to need a lot of, and that I wanted to make sure I had. So I printed out extras. This weekly focus is where I was talking, we were going to be going back to those lists, those struggle lists and the 5 lists that you made earlier. These are just ideas. I think that something that I learned from Chastity really early on in this business was to try and have kind of set weeks. We've obviously got Wellness Wednesday, we've got Transformation Tuesday, we've got Flex Friday, Sample Pack Saturday. I think that it's a great way to brand yourself to be doing these daily focus posts. So here are some ideas for things that you can post on your stories and on your page if you're a person that struggles with that. Who's really fabulous at posting is Sheila. And she, success leaves clues, you guys. Find a leader, go look and see what they're posting if you need ideas. We have, you can even search for content ideas. Everything is figure outable. So you should never be stuck. You should never be sitting there wondering, what should I post? What should I say? There are, simply just ask the question. It's, there are so many different ways that you can use this page that I think will be very helpful for people. Social media checks, super important. I don't think people realize how important it is for your branding to have people, if you're sneaking into someone's inbox that you don't really talk to and you're telling them happy birthday, darn well, especially if you're offering them a sample or something like that, they're going to be going back to your page and checking you out. That's what I do. So does your page show you? Does your page show you're a thriver? Does your page show that you're excited, that you're positive? I think enthusiasm is contagious, and I think that you want to attract people to you. And I think the best way to do that is to be authentic, be positive, and be, thriving out loud. That's my favorite thing, thriving out loud. So those are important things to do. And guys, you don't have to decide this on your own. Ask a friend, ask a leader, ask a friend. Hey, what do you think of me? Check me out. There's always somebody that can be a resource to you for that. Threw some scripts in here. I know there are some leaders that hate scripts, some leaders that love scripts. I'm very neutral on it. I just want people to have options, right? I don't ever want anyone to feel like they don't know what they should post. And these are some fun things that you can post here. So there's some scripts here just to give you guys some ideas. You can take these and make them your own in whichever way you want. I wish we could give credit to all the people who came up with these originally, because there are some really fun things here. But again, we've got amazing people in this company, and this is just another example. So we're going to end the book. I promise we're getting to the end, guys. We're getting into the list section where you can help keep yourself organized. These are all auto ship dates. We've got this fun tracker, which I'm making goals for myself of people I want to get to 4K and different ranks. And I think printing these out, I'm also a gold star person, if you can't tell. I'm going to be filling up these boxes. I thought this was kind of a fun tracker, and some people are very visual. And then we take and we go to this cool information here that is kind of intended for once you aren't a new promoter anymore. Now you've got the ability to duplicate someone coming in under you. There's some amazing information on this. So again, read through the information in this book. Even if you don't feel like it's relevant to you, you're going to see what others are doing, and it's going to give you ideas. Sample tracker. I love this. I believe maybe Susan Kaufman. I'm not sure who came up with this, you guys. I'm sorry. I should have given people credit. We should maybe put everyone's names in the book somewhere, but amazing information here. I love this tracker. And then a fun little thank you, and then a place at the end for a brain dump. Anything you want. If you want to write down the team pages you should be a part of, their information from your upline. Just an extra page there. Again, you guys, it's truly just intended to be another resource. I really want you to focus on the first few pages though, and think about your whys, and it's going to help you come from a place of authenticity. If you have these first few pages filled out, you can always refer back to those. The other thing that I think is so important is just doing your best to be consistent. You have to be consistent in this business. You have to do those daily activities. You've heard every single leader that's come on here tell you that. It's all about the things that you do daily. But how do we make this easier for you? How do we make it not feel so overwhelming? We give you checklists. We give you ideas of things you can post. You can go to that weekly focus post. Today's Monday. So, what can you post? What is your Monday? People are usually hating on Mondays. Not me. I'm a thriver. Let's get out there and share together and use this handbook as a way to generate enthusiasm, excitement, and hopefully get a whole bunch of new promoters on it, cranking out those bonuses and those awards. And Sheila, Starla, I am going to hand it back to you, because I could go on and on about how much I love this book, but I think it's time for us to put it to use. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, we
kind of go out. So can you hear me?
Honey, I think we did lose you. So you know what, maybe I'll just close it out.
Wrap up.
Yeah, for everybody who's asking about the handbook, or the playbook, let's see, your leaders should be posting it. If you are on this Zoom, you were likely invited by a leader who's going to be sharing the playbook or already has in their team page. So for those of you who are asking about it, I recommend you reach up to your 200K upline, or look into your team page, or even maybe your upline's team page to be able to find it. Otherwise, send me a message and I can help you maybe get connected to the person that can share it with you. Each team kind of was going to edit it and maybe make it a little more customizable to maybe some of the specific things of theirs. But I'm so excited. Thank you so much to all of you who are saying you printed it off. Isn't it fun? Isn't it just fun? I love it. it's the back to school nerd in me. Like I loved school shopping and now my kids are all grown up. But anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much. Go out there, have a great day. And thanks, Starla, for doing this. I'm going to close it out and I'm going to end the Zoom. Bye-bye.